Although I have done, like, I'm going to do the sun visors as well, and the little kickboards that are, you know, up underneath the dash.
Kick panels.
I got to make some of those, and then for that little quarter glass that goes behind the rear door, that actually has to be a piece made too. Then I have to put some extension pieces on the headliner. But they were telling me they're like all making fun of it and everything about how bad it looked. But if I show you a headliner now, you're going to see that the heat that is in the car actually made that headliner shrink.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I figured he had something to do with it.
Huh? Fuckface.
That's his way of getting back at me for.
Is that how it works?
It was full.
What's that?
Does heat make headliner shrink?
What the hell was it? The 3 batteries and
heat.
shit.
Yeah.
You know, 12 volts ain't good enough. 24 volts ain't good enough. So we're gonna go another 12 volts on top of that. Hell yeah! Let's blow up the friggin' car.
I don't know about shrinking it.
Or what was the other one? Driving Miss Daisy. That's where he's sitting in a car and
I was talking about Mr. John.
Morgan Freeman.
And I'm like, what's the matter, man? You ain't got no lead in your foot?
When all he tried to do was help you. We've all seen the live.
Then he had, what the hell was it?
What's the matter?
I don't know.
Talking about John.
He had some picture
I'm not going to say his last name, but John.
Manure spreader on
In the live where he tried to help him. And Rich was being a fucking cocksucker the whole live.
With John, all right. He's full of
The
it.
one where he says, look, I do this for a living.
Yeah.
You know, I know what I'm talking about. And that dude's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. And John's like,
it was full. And he's got this.
That's why I don't buy this whole interest situation.
And the guy is actually pumping it into his trunk. I'm like, yeah, that van was full of his shit for sure. Mm-hmm.
I wish I sold these in bigger bags, dude.
I just think it was stupid. I mean, why are you going to sit there and try and destroy somebody's character? I mean, making something funny is one thing, but sitting there literally defacing the person on purpose.
Hell, I want to say some shit, dude.
Is beyond me. You know what I'm saying?
Preach, bro.
Like, I would never waste my time doing
Look,
something.
if you're a fucking idiot, or you're Barry Beamer, or you, for instance, you are arrogant when you are wrong. You are cocky. You argue a point. Everybody has the right to fucking mentally destroy you on a daily, just for those aspects. Barry Beamer now, on the other hand, fucking racist pedo. Everybody has the right to mentally fucking destroy him on a daily. If you're a shitty person, you can't take advice, you can't do nothing, then you are a fucking, you should be fucking humiliated.
Hey, listen, nobody has to take advice. That's not what he means. He means when somebody gives you advice, you mouth off to them. And, you know, tell them how wrong they are.
Act like a goddamn know-it-all when you don't know jack shit. A 25-year-old kid. A kid. Young man.
You don't hear and give advice to people. Try to tell people how to do things. You need to tell them to do it as right as they can, or be like, hey, this is the wrong way to do it. Don't do it like me, I'm an idiot. But that ain't what you do. You get on here and preach it like it's the gospel, like buffing a car with the sun baking on it. You're an idiot. You're going to cause people to hurt their paint.
A 25-year-old fucking kid with high school auto shop experience and a dad that's taught him pretty much everything knows more than a fucking 55-year-old man. Another fucking Barry Beamer here. Don't act like you're fucking a victim if you're not a fucking victim.
Yeah, but as far as mechanic work goes, nobody watching this can say that Barry's not a better mechanic than this dude.
Oh, Barry fucking, I'll give him his props. You know, he's a fucking racist pedo. He knows more than Rich.
Something like that. I got better things to do than that kind of garbage. I might make up something short, but nothing long distance like that, you know? I don't feel the need to. Yeah, because they don't like me. That's what it is.
It's not about liking or not liking you. You're wrong, dude. And instead of coming out and saying, "Oh, I did fuck up, I'm wrong," it's like, "Nope, I'm right."
I know I'm right.
Right. I mean,
it's a stupid video of John Wilbur actually trying to disgrace my character. That's what it is.
Sorry, John, if you're watching this, man. I didn't mean to put you out there like that.
disgrace your character. What the hell is he talking about?
You try to help this
you got
fucking
nothing
dude.
better else to do with your time, so.
We've all seen live.
That's what you waste 6 days on.
Well, maybe they're concerned that you're going to fucking
Holy
cause
shit.
people more grief with your bullshit. I mean,
Must be really boring where he lives. Yeah, but it doesn't speak any truth. What he did was he took things out of context. You know, like how a child, you tell a child something, and what they do is they take what you say out of context,
no,
and they twist it around
not at all.
to
What's that
it sounding
sound
like
like, Dad?
something that nothing like you said. Well, that's
Not
what
at
he
all.
did.
Not at all, bud. If you're dealing with a kid like that, then that's your fault because you created that situation.
I don't know, but I look at that as a money cow because he wasn't interested in me coming down there. He just wanted the entrance fee. That's all he wanted. He wasn't concerned with anything. That's the whole reason why I think he's on there.
Talking about an event.
What the fuck what do you think they should do for you? If you go to the drag strip, they just want your gate. They don't care if you ever run on a track, but you're gonna pay your gate fee. What the fuck is your point?
Exactly.
He was really into his members,
It's like
getting
his mortgage
subscribers up.
company
He'd do
thing.
more than just.
He wants to
put a
make some
little
mortgage company
thing
feel
on there.
sorry
He didn't
for
do
him.
that.
You took their money. They want their
I
fucking
can
money.
always,
That's another thing. I'm
do
here
something
talking like
for,
that. That's what did me in on him.
Let's say
Talking
Busted
about
Radio
one mortgage
Garage.
company wouldn't do nothing
I'll
for
put
me.
his
I'm
little
like,
circle
well, that's
icon
what
in there, and let's
You
get
took
him up to
money.
5,000 or whatever. You know what I mean?
Look,
I think what it is you thought you was going to use their event to blow up but you're a dipshit, and the shit you say most people don't want to watch because they know you're full of shit and they know you're dumb.
I want to say this, dude. To run a YouTube channel, to actually get there, unless you have some serious people backing you that are bigger than you, it takes time. It takes work. It takes dedication. Now, when I started 4 years ago, I thought, well, fuck, I'll put out a video and I'll be at 1,000 over a fucking night. 4 years later, I'm just now cresting the 1,000 mark.
You have to have the content. You have to have a video that people actually put it's a good video to watch.
It's
It has to be
dedicated.
something that everybody enjoys.
It's dedication and hard work.
I don't think you know much about that.
Trial and error.
I really don't.
Yeah, but there's not much to talk about. I mean, I've already talked about over and over again about what I've done. I mean, you can see literally right there on the bumper,
Bring that back to
on the front bumper, there's the magnetic, catch pan, and that's got all the original connecting rod bearings. And yes, I call them connecting rods. And I'm going to say this again because
That's what they are, connected
I've
right
actually
there.
said things on the short, and people are like, what are you talking about? They just draw a blank. And they're called connecting rod bearings for a reason, because they go on the connecting rods.
AKA rod bearings.
And the part connecting means the actual cap going to the rod, going to the wrist pin, to the piston, where the rings go.
Rings go on a piston. Piston got the wrist pin that holds it to the rod that the rod bearings go on. You mean it connects to the crank? Jesus. Yeah,
Jeff was telling me to rip apart the engine again too, because I got seven pistons inside, and I only put 2 in this car. And people were telling me the car doesn't.
He's fucking right.
You're going to have different compression on them 2 cylinders, dumbass. I mean, why can't you wrap your head around the simple facts about it with your valve release pistons?
For the 1,500 fucking time.
Man.
Think about it. He has put head gaskets on this engine twice. He has put countless oil pan gaskets on it. He has done a timing chain. He has done 2 pistons.
No matter what he does, it don't run right. It's not going to run right.
My point is, you could have pulled these out, put it on a stand, put all 8 pistons, new pistons in it, with new rings.
I should clean the motor out the right way.
Yes.
The oil galleys and all that shit. Instead of all you did is wash all the dirt down in the oil galleys. That's all you done in that.
Dingle ball honed the engine, and had a really good engine to go back in place. The guy that told you that is 100% true.
It doesn't run.
Instead of doing it,
Any car that you could start up, and whether you have to supply the gas by giving it gas with a gas pedal, if that car is running and firing, even if it's for a minute, it's a running car.
what?
The only car that is not a running car is one that you can't get started.
You're full of shit. What the fuck? Just because a car fires up don't mean it's running. Oh, geez, if that's the case, that's almost like telling my customers. Fuck it, it kicks off, dude. It's all yours that runs. Unbelievable.
Nope, never mind the whole giant hole in
And
the
that's what
locker.
they call a
They'll be like,
non-running
hey, if you don't
motor.
believe me, go watch
like,
Bitch 220 and
Don't
he'll
forget
tell
the
you all
main
that.
ingredients. Stop taking the main ingredient out and twisting your text around to make it, appear that you're more knowledgeable than everybody else and everybody else is freaking stupid.
With you, I am.
I don't have to explain a combustion chamber. We already know what that is.
I bet you
Okay.
can't. You don't know how it works. You think it takes oil to get your
Air
pressure.
and spark. Period.
You obviously don't know.
Without it, you won't have a combustible chamber. A
Huh?
combusting chamber.
But look, even if the box got a hole in it, you still got a combustion chamber, right? If it's still got half of a sleeve in it, right? I mean, not be a good one, but it's still a combustion chamber.
You have to remember, like I told you before, when I got this car, the timing chain was already stretched. I still have the chain and the original gear. Okay? I do like everybody else does. You sit there and you tap the frickin' chain on the passenger side. If it's flopping all over the place, it's
You heard him.
a good reason that it's
What
stretched.
the fuck you mean tapping on the passenger side?
The chain was in that car for 65 years. The gear that is in my clean sink still stamped with GM on it.
Holy fucking Jesus.
Big GM letters on it. Where else are you going to find that? The pistons that were in here that I removed, they were flat tops. They were separated from the apron.
Listen
Okay.
to this.
The apron was still connected to the connecting rod. Okay? And it was going up and down in the cylinder.
Show everybody the tops of
The
the
apron being the
I'm
lower
letting all
part
beat the hell.
of the piston was still there. So it
Probably.
didn't scratch up or scar up the cylinder walls. You understand what I'm saying? The
Bullshit.
piston top got shoved into the intake valve, leaving an
I don't-
impression
Yeah, that's what
Top
I'm
of
Some
the
of
saying.
those and we'll use. We'll put cheese on
that
top
was
of it.
separated from the apron.
That was just something a bigger bag.
And it could have been a little bit off.
Sorry, I got
pushed
stomach
it
food.
up, causing it to go into that.
Dude, you are
So
so
that's
full
why
of
I
shit. I
removed
guarantee
the
that
intake
happened from
valves.
you hyperlock.
And that's
Hydrolock.
why I removed the pistons.
Somebody.
And the other ones were still fixed, so I figured, why the hell replace it?
Because the rings are fucking 70 years old.
He replaced them, as he said. You replace them because they're different pistons. They take up less real estate or more real estate than the other.
No, they're telling me that I'm lying, that they never sold it for auction.
I don't buy
But
that.
that's what I was told by somebody else. I'm not the one that came up with that. What I told you guys was straight out. What I told you was the truth. They both had my number. They could have contacted me anytime. If there was a problem, they could have contacted me
So let me
anytime.
get this straight.
Will
You
says
grabbed
I was
these people
calling him
because
day
they
and
didn't
night.
give him an agency.
Yeah.
I never called him. I called him like maybe once or twice, but he never answered the friggin' phone. So the last time I left him a message. I'm like, what are you doing?
And
Screening
then
your calls?
fasting.
Why did you ask for my
look up
number if you're
him.
not going to call on me?
Well, maybe you don't feel like you should get it or
I
what.
shouldn't have bothered. And Dave had it too.
I guarantee you that's the problem. He probably called that man and left that kind of message right on his phone. What the fuck you keep looking at the camera like that for? I guarantee you got fucked with.
They both have the number to this phone.
I guarantee you said it just
The
like
number
you just
hasn't
did. That's
changed.
like,
It's
fuck
still
this
there. They can
Mountie
call me right
cocksucker.
now if they wanted to.
And then fasting tries to help him out, right? Goes on like takes up for
When
Rich.
that happens,
And now
like I
Rich is
said,
knocking fasting.
Dave's father passed away. I'm not an asshole. I'm not going to sit there and
Oh,
try
yeah, yeah.
and,
You're a big
You're an
one.
asshole.
rub something in somebody's face when they're, they lost a family member. They need to go through the grieving process. They need to pay for the funeral expenses, the wake. Then they have to recuperate themselves. That's why I didn't bother about it. When I did bother about it, Dave turned around and said to me that he's delivering golf carts on the side for extra cash. So he doesn't have it right now. I had no idea that him and Will were going to split the difference. I had no idea. I thought Dave was doing it. I didn't think Will wanted anything to do with it, period, So, then the next thing was Dave's messaged me and he said, I need your information so that way I can either deposit you the money or I can buy it and they can deliver it or you can go pick it up. I said, fine. I gave him the eBay information. I think I even gave him the PayPal information.
Tell you what, I was gonna do something for you, and you left that kind of message. I would say go fuck yourself.
Then they both went live, and what was it, Joe Fastang 89?
Oh yeah, go check out his channel, guys.
Maybe he doesn't feel like he's worthy of, collecting something like that from you, or maybe he just doesn't think that it's right to get something from somebody like that. Honestly, those things were entering my mind. They were actually, that's one of the things how I feel.
He did stand up for himself.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the problem? I mean,
Fastang stood up for him. And he wants to go attack Fastang.
You know what I mean? Like, I really didn't feel like I should be taking anything from anybody.
then why do you?
I mean, even on that.
Why do you go to
side,
senior
even though
center
it's
then?
a good thing. It's not for me to do. I mean, I should be able to support myself in those kind of things. I mean, I did go and get an engine hoist
A cherry picker?
for $50. I don't know if it works. I don't even know if the chain to lift the engine up is in the right place or not.
Huh?
What?
I don't usually use those, But the
How
engine
do you
stand would have been a good added thing, because if I ultimately did change the engine in this thing, I'd have something to put the 283 on.
This man literally online and said that he don't know how to pull
And
an
put it
engine.
back together
You
properly
don't know how all that stuff
while
works.
another engine is in that car.
It's a fucking game of memory.
You understand what I'm saying?
I think on that car.
But then, like I said, they were talking about, Joe was talking about,
10, 11, 11
maybe
bullshit
I didn't
counties
feel
off.
like, I was worthy of having it. And that's, like I said, that's the way I felt. I felt like I shouldn't be, asking anybody for anything. But then,
I think you're full of shit.
I think you're full, yeah.
if you're gonna get something done and you're gonna get something done the right way, you need the
agree.
proper tools. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't dox anybody. What are you talking about?
Hey, Dad. When I was a little kid, how many tools did you have in the garage?
Dude, I was lucky to have a complete socket set. Lucky to have that, and maybe a couple screwdrivers and fucking some channel locks and a fucking.
Let me ask you this: could you always go find your torque wrench in your garage after I got older?
No, I caught using my torque wrench as a hammer for driving a nail.
I don't know what that's all about. I have no idea. I didn't do anything to him, so. So then ultimately, like, he made a video, what was it, last night? Well, let me tell you the truth about it. He is such a pig and, self-centered. He goes to a senior center where people in their 70s actually go because they can't care for themselves. Do you know how many 70 and 80-year-old people that are in that senior center actually still drive?
What
And
does,
carry on a conversation without having any mishaps.
what does that have
And
to do with
walk
anything?
fine by themselves without a
Moral of
walker.
the story is you're 50
And are
years
not
old. You
there
don't
with
belong in a
anybody
senior
else
center.
but themselves.
Dude,
And there are people there that are actually
That
my
pissed
age
you off, didn't it?
and younger.
motherfucker, man.
So that's
If
like,
it's a soup
really?
kitchen, that's one thing. You said you went to a senior citizen center, dude, where they play bingo. It's made for seniors.
yeah, that was the
go
problem
mingle.
with JB, because Will saw that he was making fun of me
Ugh.
because I was having a low time in my life about my mortgage. Okay? And that, I may have to file bankruptcy or something like that. But after JB made a mockery out of me at the very end of Mohawk 62's video, okay, 2 weeks later he had a problem with his mortgage, and everybody's supposed to take him seriously and not sit there and make fun of him.
Seriously, wow.
I'm sorry, but that's just wrong. Would you want me doing that to you?
I feel like you're
At
pissed
your
off
lowest
because nobody
point in life,
sent
would
you
you want me
money
to
to
do
help
that
you pay
to
your
you?
mortgage.
It's not funny at all.
It's fucking sad that 55-year-old man's on here acting like Barry Beamer. I tell you what, my grandpa is fucking 66
I don't
years
care.
old. And
My
He
point
still
is
don't
like
go to
I
the
said,
senior
I
center
was
for
talking
food.
to somebody thinking he was trying to be genuine, giving a rat's
he's
ass.
got more
But
integrity
now,
than you
now
and
I'm sitting there
Barry.
thinking all about this going
More
on.
knowledge, too.
And I'm like, oh, it's John Wilbur. No wonder why. He's not going to take anything I said seriously.
He
He's
tried
another
to
one of those
fucking
ones
help
that's got to
you.
sit there and disgrace somebody to the point where it's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying?
Your fucking life is like Barry's. It's fucking embarrassing.
No, he didn't get doxxed by me. That's a bunch of crap.
Hey, if I send you a Jabba t-shirt, will you wear it?
But what I'm saying to you is that everybody poked fun at me.
I will go to local Walmart
But when
right now.
it
You
was
tell me your
JB's
size,
turn,
I'll buy you a Jabba
everybody's
t-shirt.
supposed to be serious. Really?
Fuck, I'll have a custom one made. Says Jabba
What are you
220.
talking about being serious? People
If it were
be
you
serious.
and you
What do
told
mean?
me that information, would you like me to belittle and degrade you to the point where you feel less than human? Are you that much of a non...
Are we that fucking...
Listen,
hang on.
if my neighbor came to me and told me his mortgage was in trouble, I'd listen to the man what he had to say, and I'd say, "Sorry about your luck. I mean, I'm sorry that's happening to you." And move on.
Hang on, I gotta
What
say...
do you want people to do?
I gotta say something. So, people saying things about you online makes you feel less than human. Well, isn't that an internal issue that you should reflect on? And at 55 years old, shouldn't you be off the cuff, just let it roll off your shoulder, laugh at it? Fuck me.
Well, he's got thick skin and thin skin all mixed up. We just talked about how he's thick skin.
Motherfucker is thin skin.
That's thin skin, dude, not thick skin.
Look
Thick
at his-
skin means it just bounces off.
Look at his eyes, dude. He's got tears in his eyes talking about it. Fucking Barry has thicker skin than this man. Fuck me. And Barry, I still hate your fucking guts. You're still a pedo, but you have thicker skin than this man. You know more than this man.
This is a 7-hour lie.
human being
Yes.
that you wouldn't care?
I wouldn't give a flying fuck what anybody says about me.
Or have you
'Cause I
got
know
no brains
myself.
upstairs? That's my point.
I laugh at him.
That's what I'm
Stay away
talking
from
about.
him.
I don't do that kind of stuff to other people.
Yeah. Go look
But
at
you
your
gotta
source
think
page.
before you act, not act before you think.
Oh.
Well, you should be taking your own advice there, bud.
You okay? You need a tissue? Dude is nuts. People making comments
That's
about
it,
you
I'm
on
done.
fucking YouTube hurt your feelings?
These are all the other ones coming in from the groups that are disgracing me. So go antagonize somebody else.
You're such a wuss.
That's it. I'm done.
I'm taking my toys. I'm going home. Do you wear anything?
Thought he was done. What the fuck is...
Do you wear anything besides sweatpants? He's like Barry.
He'll tell you my legs swell. I can't do my legs swell. I still wear jeans. I don't wear shit.
My grandpa's fucking 65, dude, with fucking leukemia, and he don't get on here. He don't get on any place and whine. Even in person, he don't whine. Even when he knew that he didn't have that, before he knew he had 5 years, he still didn't whine about his problems.
I mean, I had a heart attack. I got stents. I mean, what?
Fuck, Dad don't whine about his problems.
I mean, it don't define you and make you who you are. You have to let it beat you. You can't just keep gaining weight and keep eating what you want and doing what you want and then crying about your health, but you've done nothing to change it. Not a fucking thing to better yourself. Because eating right's too hard.
Hey, Rich,
Exercise is too hard.
I got a question for you, buddy. Does your last name begin with an F? Because I'm betting that R stands for Rich, W is your middle name, and I'm betting F is your last name. And 69, what's that? Probably your birthday? Birthday year?
He's all worked up. He's fucking...
Oh, yeah, fucking thin-skinned as fuck. I mean...
Oh, you mean the stuff that they doxed on me?
Well, I'm just thinking before you
The other
fucking
day when I
do
was
something.
doing the all-day live stream, when they put out my information. Yeah.
That's your information. Was that what doxing? What's doxing mean?
Yeah, basically that. It means you're getting bullied. People put out your information, put out your location, things like that.
Okay, I get that, but if you're doing something like this, is reviewing a video.
Yeah.
How am I doxing anybody?
Exactly.
I thought doxing meant you put out for people's personal information and shit.
And good old Rich, I'm in Indiana, and I'm
I'm
thinking
gonna call this
fasting.
quits
He's
in
in.
3 hours,
I can't remember
so
where he's at.
all you guys that are following all these other people,
I can't remember.
Get it out
But
now.
we're in Indiana.
I know it's a long fucking weather. I think it's the state begins with Idaho.
I don't know.
I think it's
And
Idaho.
realistically, if I did, I wouldn't put it out there because I don't think he wants that put out there.
Oh. I had no idea. I'm sorry. I apologize, man.
He probably don't care, but still.
It might be Missouri. I think it's Missouri.
In Tennessee.
Could be.
Might be New Jersey.
Yeah, well,
I don't know any of his information, so I don't care.
Look how pissed
There's no
off he
reason
looks.
to
His
put
face is
anybody's
red
personal
as a
information out there.
fucking stop
None of
sign.
anybody's business.
Y'all got this motherfucking man's blood pressure so high his ears are ringing.
yeah, I think we got a cigarette.
I didn't tell you about that the other day. Me and Lacey were messing around. I was mounting off back and forth. We were mounting off against each other. And I said something, and she started picking up the vape. I was like, every time you get a little perturbed, are you going to pick up that vape and smoke? She goes, fuck you.
Dude's got clothes on. That's what I'm saying. Look, it's
Yeah, I know. I just came back inside to cool off again.
I mean,
Dave.
you have clotheslines, or is that a drywall line? Is his head like really close to the ceiling? Like I think it is.
Looks like it. A couple, maybe 4 or 5 inches away.
Yeah, so that can't be a big money house. It's only maybe got 6-foot ceilings in it. I mean, maybe 7 tops.
You look like the fucking creatures from fucking Men in Black getting in there.
Yeah, it's gotta be a little higher than that, so it must be perspective on the camera. Well, I don't know. What that's a. Yeah, they might be 8-foot ceilings. At least that right there is.
The other day down in Amber's basement, me and Grandpa were
Thank
taking
you,
a gun,
Smooth.
and I was walking, I was banging my head off when it
May
fucking
not be the
voice
way
was-
anybody
they got
else
the
does it,
fucking
but it's the
force
way I
on
do
Supposed
it.
to go there so we can pick up a big.
And I'm liking the outcome of
Big what?
Deck.
the areas that I've
Yeah.
actually
She got that big deck in her
polished
room
and
on that patio thing.
made nice and
My
shiny.
pallets?
No, it's not.
That's
pallets,
what's
it's
important to
regular-
me. It doesn't
it's
have to be
regular
perfect.
I mean,
Oh.
It never was perfect to begin
Put
with.
deck on front of the house, right?
It's not a trailer queen. It's not one of them cars you put in the back of a trailer that has a closed door, and when you get to the car show, you roll it out. You don't even start it, and you roll it into a parking space for the car show, and then you,
Dude, he just
Does
taught
it
me
come
how
along
fucking trailer
or,
queen works.
what do they call that?
Why didn't you guys
The other
sit there
thing
on
that's
camera? Dude, we're
motorized,
live
we would
strike.
call
You
it
think
back
we're gonna
in
be
trailer.
bitching at you?
And be afraid to even drive the car. I'm trying to make it look
Listen,
presentable.
Look, the person that's doing all that, they're gonna win a trophy. They're
But that's
proud
taken
of
me a
their
long
shit.
time because
okay, I want to explain something. My Corvette is not the nicest car, but taking on gravel roads, I don't like taking on gravel roads.
That motherfucker's
Really,
a
man.
trailer queen.
That fucker's nowhere near a trailer
That's a
queen.
trailer queen, dude.
But I've treated it as such. I
mean,
watch it every now
trailer
and
queen, I mean,
every time it gets dirty, I wash it. It needs a bath right now, but I don't take it on gravel roads. You know why? Because I care about it. Rocks bouncing up, smacking your paint isn't a good thing. Take pride in your shit.
in order to do things, you got to do it slow and take your time and do it right. Yeah, wench, yep.
This month we're gonna be jamming.
3 years. First part was me doing the engine and internal engine parts,
This month we're gonna be jamming.
putting new pieces in there.
Look, dude, he took one.
But a lot of people, it takes a lot longer to do
He took one of them
a
fucking
complete
cups.
restoration.
the little
I'm
icy
not doing
things
a
you
complete
get at City
restoration.
Center.
I'm just
He's
trying to get it
bringing
more
them home and throw them
presentable.
in the freezer. Sit.
Instead of sucking on a camera. I mean,
See, this is what I do. They have these things from the lunches, and what I do is I bring them back and I put them in the freezer for hot days like this.
Yeah, you totally want to eat apple juice
dude.
like a fucking slushy. Just think, you took food out of an elderly.
Right. It's never going to be one of those. What do they call that?
Hey, he took food out of a real senior citizen's mouth.
What's the auction thing? You know what I'm talking about, Smooth.
That he did, brother.
Oh, you want me to save it? You want me to save it? Oh, you saved it. But then again, one thing you know how to do is eat.
You seen the new front bumper, right, Smooth? Seen the section pieces that I have? One is like, they're both daily driver, but one's actually in a little bit better shape than the other. They both have chrome on them, but one actually has some gouges in it where you can start seeing some, a little rust coming through.
That's it. Just like
No, they're not. But it's what I can afford. That's the difference.
Why are you getting all shitty about it? Dude, I would look at you and say, fuck you.
Oh,
Well, that's better than what I've gotten for
Watch him
before.
put that fucking thing up to his mouth like that, dude.
Makes you not miss mom so much, huh?
Right? I mean,
Someone called him gay earlier in this live, beginning of this live, and he starts going off on a tangent about it. Like, if he was gay, there's something wrong with that.
Well, the thing is, if it was his car, he could do whatever he wanted with it. It's entirely
Gotta
up
lick
to
the
him.
lid clean. I bet you're one of them dudes when you got a pudding cup, you'd fucking lick the pudding cup clean.
The only problem with that with me is
yeah, brother.
the old has got a 455 rocket. It's
Listen to
original.
this.
The 57 has its original 283 V8. Once you yank that trans and that engine out, you lose half the value of the car.
You are fucktarded, dude. You have a four-door bed. Man, you're out of your mind, dude. Out of your ever-loving gourd, dude. You're acting like you have a two-door, numbers matching, everything matches. I mean,
Highest options.
I mean,
And you have a what? A 69 fucking Oldsmobile Delta 88? What do you think those are worth? It's not a Cutlass. Call Barry Beamer, he'll buy your 455. He'll say it's out of a GS. Not realizing that's an old engine.
alright.
It's got a stage 1. How is this car content? It's putting you to sleep just watching it.
Jesus Christ, dude. And he's worried about who put him job and shit. Look what he's doing. I mean,
Look at his neck. Gobble, 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 gobble.
Yeah, it is.
I can't tell where his neck ends
No,
and his
it's
head
actually a
begins.
two-speed power It's the original. Yeah, I believe that when I see it, though.
How long does it take you to eat this fucking
and
thing?
didn't he just walk past the kitchen without that in his hand? So where do you have it frozen at? His bedroom?
Under his bed. His nightstand has drawers. He's probably got ice packed in them. That was fucking disgusting.
Alright,
Like, ugh. Oh my god, dude. Quit. It's fucking disgusting. Were you raised in a fucking barn? Did nobody teach you how to fucking eat?
Listen, man, if you watch this and you're at senior home, cut him off from the ice fucking from the juice cups.
That's like nails on chalkboard, dude.
Your mom, yeah. Your mom heard
I want to take a staple gun and staple his mouth shut. The hair on my arm is standing up.
You think the dude they ate the
Hey, were you raised in a goddamn barn?
Nothing like a point of view fucking camera shot of a fucking big ass dude wolfing down an icy cup.
Can you imagine him at a fucking restaurant eating some like a Chinese restaurant eating noodles? Like a fucking trough.
Smacking his lips and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Saint Bernard fucking.
Did nobody ever teach you table etiquette and how to eat and just? You came from that generation. Shit, my grandpa beat into my head when I was a little kid. I'm probably the last generation you didn't leave the fucking table till your fucking plate was clean.
$60
Thank
David,
you.
Really?
Thank you.
Ain't
Now
gonna
I
do
thank
much.
Grandpa for
Just gonna come
beating
back
my
and be
fucking
pissier.
brains in. I'd turn into this, I would have fucking off myself. Oh, he's got that shitty and green. He'll say something fucking he thinks is hilarious. What's the things that you use to go to sleep? Sounds.
Ocean sounds, you have nature sounds, water sounds.
If you want to wake up, you need
Well,
to
at least
put
you
what
can
he's
go back
doing right now.
and what do they call it? Correct your mistakes there, David. That was cool. I like that. Not now.
Oh yeah, you're so fucking funny, dude. You should have been a comedian. So far, you drive around.
What's this?
You speed with disabled kids in the car, and you take the disabled kids, but you use the word retard. So, dude, my mama said she would lose her fucking shit. That was one fucking word she did not like. That and the C word.
Hey, Contra Kid, what's my first name?
Richard. Which is another word for dick.
What's my first name?
Dick.
Just answer it, because then I have a second question for you.
What? You gonna stop?
And then you could tell your father.
You gonna stop eating that fucking ice?
What's my first name?
Dick. How many times I gotta say it?
Right. Now, what's my last name?
Go fuck yourself.
Ed?
Jabba.
Come on now, you've had 3 people in here with the same frickin' name, and every one of them's fake. What's the last name?
Go fuck yourself. Dick. Go fuck
Yeah,
yourself.
but you've been in here and you've seen the other names.
You're berating a subscriber, a viewer. Well, you want to talk about people bullying you, but you're berating a subscriber, a viewer.
Furler. Now you can tell your father to look me up on Facebook.
Told you that was his fucking initials. What'd I tell you? And I didn't even know the fucking dude's last name till now. And I'm betting 69's your birthday. Oh, Barry shared on his Facebook when it was real. Proud to be American 4 hours ago.
You're right, Mr. Barry, homie.
What's your father's first name? So I know who's actually sending me a friend request.
None. Middle name of your business?
Okay.
I mean, you're like Barry.
What state do you guys live in?
You
That'll
doxed yourself.
determine whether or not your father could buy the car or not.
What's that matter? State you can have a car shipped, you fucking idiot.
Alright.
Yes, but Smooth, half of those people are fake. They're not real profiles.
We will find him the minute I'm done redoing this video.
Okay. Are you down by the Harrisburg section, or are you closer to Delaware Water Gap? You know, Philadelphia, Harrisburg, that kind of end.
He
Or
fucking
up
dropped
here
out.
towards Delaware Water Gap.
Oh yeah, yep. He dropped out.
That's not good.
Camille, he did Camille. I still think my man's got it. Are we done slurping?
No. Nope, not at all. If you live up towards the Delaware Water Gap, I'm a lot closer to you than you think.
He's so stupid. You gave the kid your Facebook. Your Facebook says your location. And you have all these enemies that you block on here. But yeah, you're gonna put your fucking Facebook out here. Mine's code, so. And it's set to private, so only certain people can message me. But I'm friends with a bunch of my YouTube subs, my YouTube friends. I'm friends with Jeff and Fasting and thanks to Barry, I got friends and I got fucking a community.
Yep.
Dude, I swear for the past 15 minutes he's been eating that same fucking thing.
Smack his fucking lips. I swear to God.
Can you imagine if he went to jail? Eating like that?
You probably have a problem depending on who you sit next to.
You in jail?
You'd have a problem.
Listen, my dad, everybody knows this past, but my dad is, he just smacking your lips, he don't like that slurping, he don't like that.
At first I'd ask him
see?
quietly, I'd be like, hey, can you...
Now, which end are you from? Are you from the
knock that
Harrisburg,
off, please?
Philadelphia
I'd
end
ask him just like
of
that.
Pennsylvania?
That
Or
way
up
he-
towards Delaware
his
Water
decision
Gap?
He made next would be whether he would have ate that day or not. Because I'd have dumped that fucking tray right in his lap and smacked him with it.
That's right up the street from me, Jeff.
And I'm not the only one it feels like. A lot of people don't. And just because you're in jail or prison.
Part of Delaware that a lot of people don't know about.
And like Jeff pointed out, if like Barry went to jail and his stinking ass, he'd get thrown out of the block. You go check in, which you told me that my whole life.
No.
Now when you go there, you gotta smell
Take
nice.
him to
You
the
gotta.
fucking shower and throw him in it.
What's the top 5 things that you always beat in my head if you go to jail?
Don't take nothing from nobody. That's number one. Don't trust anybody.
To be honest with you, nobody would ever even
Don't drop
be able to
yourself.
find my house unless I actually have
Don't
the
gamble.
57
Don't gamble.
sitting down at the end of the
Yourself.
driveway. They wouldn't even know
If
the house
somebody
was
asks
there.
you a question, be polite. And don't
That's
take
the
shit
truth.
from somebody. You got to fight.
Look people in the eye, but don't stare and lock eyes. So we're talking to somebody, look them in the eye, nod, look away.
My first time at a bar, did I follow my dad's instructions to a fucking
But
T.
you can't come in.
Told me to find a corner. Don't be eyeballing people. You know, if you're back in a wall in a corner, that way you can see who's coming at you. He's beat that on my head too. You go somewhere, put your back in the corner where you can see everybody coming and going. Because Dad, you have to defend yourself. What don't you want to be doing?
Don't do it when you're behind.
Exactly. And you never be the aggressor, right? You always let them walk towards you.
Let them hit you. Let them punch you. Defend yourself. Unless you know kung fu or something, that's the only way to fight.
You can. Depends on what area of Pennsylvania you're at, though. Are you closer to Del Water Gap, or are you closer to
Maybe you don't want to
Harrisburg and
say his fucking
Philadelphia?
location on here. Now I got your name. I'm gonna be looking at your Twitter. See, you got Twitter. See, you got TikTok.
Oh, really? Okay, boot him.
Telling his mods.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to have any affiliation with any of those people that have been sitting there doing what they've been doing to me. Call it whatever you like.
So you want to see laying in bed on this shit.
He was naked. They're half naked or
I
something.
don't need their subscription that well.
I got told when Mr. Cabal started on him, he pulled down his fucking pants and shook his balls and said, "Suck this" or something, Cabal. And he got that video, got a strike and got that video took down. If that's the case, you are a fucking creep.
It's not very big, Jeff. I mean, Andover's right up the street, so it's not far from where I'm at now. Damn back.
Lose some weight, Lord. That's
Oh, you're one of them geniuses.
Because we've been watching the accounts coming into here, and the accounts are recently made, which leads the people to believe that you're actually a troll or one of the people that have been giving me a problem and trying to come in here and start garbage.
you mean call you on your bullshit.
Laying in bed smoking. That's fucking smart as fuck. That's the smartest thing I've seen this man do, I think.
It doesn't matter what side he's on. The problem is they come in here and they start